folks, this is all the fruit, and I arrived in the little town of Nanga, Pinoh, because in the city of Sintang, not far from here, pretty much all the fruits, all the interesting fruits, like an incredible diversity of jungle rambutans, for example, is coming from the south. And Nanga Pinoh is like the biggest town and basically the entrance to all those hills in the south, which are not made up of giant endless jungles, but there are a couple quite good expanses of more or less good quality jungle. When I came here, at first the lady at whose restaurant I said wanted to rent me a room in her home, but I think then her husband saw that I'm more handsome than him and forbid me. So now I'm gonna take kind of a risk. I am staying in a really dodgy place, the cheapest hostel I've ever had in all of Asia. I've had cheaper ones in Bulgaria in the 90s, of course, but back then money was very different. Hi, boss. Well, this beautiful place here, Losmen Mawar Inda, cost me 40,000 rupiah or €2 and 34 cents a night. That's exactly $2.53. Well, it's worth basically what you pay for it. I'm not afraid of the quality of the room. I'm mostly afraid of catching some nice jungle diseases and somebody catching my beautiful European style backpack, which for most people wouldn't even be worth the effort, but for the folks who are basically roaming this area, not a mattress, no bed sheets, but just some cardboard on the bed. And I guess that's where this is not my room. My room is just slightly better. Before I go foraging for fruits and say goodbye to my luggage, I want to show you my room. My room is even almost presentable. Well, almost presentable. Have to be careful with my 100 kilograms not to land into the room beneath. Also, they put out completely new sheets for me. Oh well, the pillow is not rotten. The mattress is only slightly rotten. I guess I don't really need to ask for a blanket or a towel. This fan is probably older than me, but it's gonna be fun. Wanna see the sanitary installations? Well, they're basically the standard for Indonesia, and the quality is not even much worse than normal. You have this tub, which is usually made of tiles full of water. No, you're not supposed to get into the tub. This is the clean water source. Usually from time to time there is water from the tap, but I've rarely found this. I guess they turn it on about once a day or so to fill the thing. Then you have this nice thing covered with the grime of generations of people washing their butts with it. It's maybe not as old as me, but not by much. And then you have a hole in the ground. Well, in this case, we are lucky. It's covered with some china. You know that china lasts forever, but this china is already getting a little bit used up. Also, the parapet is so low that my fat and tall ass has to be careful not to fall over. Oh yeah, well, I might be lucky that I'm not in the next house. It looks even more derelict. But I forgot to mention that you can basically punch through the walls without much force and probably open the door by just breathing heavily. Since I think that anything is to be had for money here, I'll ask for somebody to drive me around. Ay bang, saya ingin ojek. Menyewa ojek. Okay. Berapa harga se 3 jam? Ke kampung, ke kebun, 3 jam.
Kampung kebun.
Ya, berapa?
Kampung ke mana ini?
Kampung 1, kampung 2, kebun 1, kebun 2. Berapa? 3 jam. Kebun, buah.
Jalan bukan.
Ya. Berapa?
Tergantung jauhnya itu.
I don't know lah. Saya tidak dari sini.
200.000.
Bah, 200.000.
Karena ke kampung ini
50.000. 200 3 hari. Tidak 3 jam. 3 jam. Berapa? No. Okay lah. No. The bargaining yielded no results, so let's do some foraging. A star fruit tree. And there are fruits on it, and even some on the ground. And here is the blue clitoria, being very important as a medicine and as a colorant for traditional foods around here. And the young mango tree somehow sneaking its way up from underneath the star fruit. I wonder if I would even pick up one of the mangoes if they fell here. Probably not. I value my gut flora too much for that. Oh, there is actually one in the water. Oh, yummy. I think this is more or less instant death. If you haven't noticed, on the right side is the Chinatown. I already showed a bit of it in the last video. It's too densely populated for a lot of proper fruits. Wherever the Chinese go, and they go pretty much everywhere in Southeast Asia and establish trade posts, they are always city and almost fortress-like. Even if they build 2 little blocks, they will build 2 little blocks instead of 10 little houses. They want it to look like a city, no matter how small it is. Here they still have good quality farmers' boots. In Europe nowadays, you get mostly trash. Hi boss!
Yes.
Ini apa? Belian?
Bukan.
Apa?
Ini kayu kapur.
Kayu kapur.
Iya, kapur.
Oh.
Kapur. Kalau dibilang itu dia.
Ada. Belian tua.
Iya, ini belian.
Oh, Borneo / Kalimantan is running out of belian. They are recycling whatever they can. This is important because if they run out of timber, that means that either they have become more wise and protect a lot of the jungle, or that they are running out of jungle. Well, they still have some jungle, so they are doing some jungle protection, and here you can see the high quality timber which was used in the past is now being brought back to the workshop and recycled and made into new stuff. Yeah, this is definitely better than cutting more of the pristine jungle. Most of those valuable jungle trees, they need like 1,000 years at least to develop good quality timber in sufficient dimensions. So yes, I am totally for recycling all this stuff. Why am I showing you a guy doing carpentry on a fruit channel? Well, because the availability of timber has a lot to do with the availability of jungle, and the availability of jungle has a lot to do with the availability of fruits. Water apple and sugar apple, both are not closely related. Europeans just call everything apple. Here a fruit on the sugar apple, and a couple, well, no, they are only young flowers on the water apple, and aloe vera, and the wonderful fragrant pandanus. Again, 3 jam, berapa rupiah? 200 rupiah. 200 rupiah? 200 ribu. He almost said he wanted to drive me around for 200 rupiah. That's like, what, half a cent or something? Oh well, folks, I guess it's gonna be on foot again. I would get the same service for less, for about a quarter of the price in some city, but around here, not paying 200 when I have 2 healthy legs. I'm surprised to find such a almost city-like town so deep in the interior of Kalimantan, but hello friend. Let's see what we can forage here. This looks like some market-like arrangement. And I know that 200,000 is nothing for me, while it's a lot of money for the other people. You know what, folks? If you want to complain like this, why don't you in the future finance my foraging trips around the world? Then I'll happily pay 200,000. Oh, look at that. This is a big market. Why did they tell me that this town has no market? I mean, I found this tiny old market in the old town, but this thing here is like 20 times bigger. Well, it's a little bit late after 3 o'clock, but let's check out the market. I made the video about the market, but didn't include this little street. Let's see what we have here. Quite a lot of stuff. Bottle gourd, chayote. Here the Dayak people with their traditional tamboks, which are attached, which are worn on the back but supported on the forehead and only on the forehead. Then the next generation are on the forehead and the shoulders, and then the modern ones are only on the shoulders. But the more traditional Dayak people will wear them, will support them only on the forehead. Living fish, I mean, we are here at the big river, and that squid, that's from the sea. Came here for the diversity of jungle rambutans, but I guess they bring all the jungle rambutans to the big city, and here they sell the normal looking ones. I really have to get up early tomorrow. I already woke up too early today because they told me there is at 6 o'clock a bus to Nanga, Pinoh. Then there was no bus and they wanted to get me in a taxi for 1 million rupiah. Well, okay. Oh, what's over there? Seems to be some more grossest market in this building. Okay, so the market right now in the afternoon is kind of average. Let's not force it too much. Here a guy is making an ikat or a bundle out of the duriocuteyensis. Let's see what this kind of wholesale trade thing here looks like. And let's see what we can find. Hi boss! Ini apa?
This is fabric.
Fabric?
Yes,
factory?
Yes, factory.
Okay. Tidak,
May I know what you can see?
ini tidak pasar. This is not the market.
Not market.
Oh, okay.
No problem, no problem.
Okay. I thought this is part of the pasar, like over there.
By the way, where are you from?
German.
Germany. How long have you stayed here?
In Kalimantan.
Yes.
3 hari.
3 hari.
Already 4 hari.
After Kalimantan, where you go?
I don't know lah. Sabah, Sarawak. First I stay in Kalimantan. 3 minggu, 4 minggu. 3-4 weeks, and then I go somewhere else. But I stay on this island for now.
Okay.
Kalimantan bagus. Yes, I know. I'm telling those people I'm from Germany because hardly anybody here has heard about Bulgaria. So if I tell them I'm from Germany, at least they can imagine. Yes. I'm alone. Oh, I have a lot of friends. See, now I have a new friend.
Oh, yes.
What's your name, friend?
Suryadi.
Smile Suryadi. You are on YouTube.
Yes. May I take your picture too?
Yes, of course. Don't blame those people that they don't know where Bulgaria is. I was surprised that most Germans don't even know what the name Borneo means. If I tell them Kalimantan, they will think this is something that has to do with India. Here we have the smelliest fruit in the world, noni. Not that it matters here. And also the Asian noni is not very smelly compared to the Caribbean types of noni. Here is the smelly fruit. Basically smells, if you take a really old Italian or Spanish hard cheese and let it go bad, it smells like this. But when you bite into it, it's soft like a soft cheese. So it's like a soft cheese with the flavor of a rotten hard cheese. Let's appreciate those nice people having planted a lot of cool stuff. Let's see if this basil is the lemon basil again. Oh no, this is another really strange one. This one smells exactly like anise. In this little town I already found 2 types of basil which I've never smelled before in my life. It smells exactly like anise and licorice. I don't know most of the plants here. This is some malvaceae. In the back more noni, kedundong. This is limau purut, the kaffir lime, where also the leaves are being used. And it seems to be some kind of bonsai variety of limau purut. People told me not to say kaffir lime, but I don't think there is any other accepted name in English for this. Some chilies, and I think this is a chico zapote. This is all considered the market area here. The markets in Asian cities are usually quite extensive. I didn't just imagine that this town would have anything like this. When they told me there is no market, I believed them that this is just a tiny town without market. Turns out that I was pretty much mistaken. Oh, I guess here you can dress up. Here is an unused plot. Such areas can be very interesting, covered with edible stuff. The ferns here are edible. This is paku paku, the most standard fern they eat around here. In the middle, the big leaves, the taro is also edible. In the background, a papaya plant is under this red bird cage. Here you can also see into people's back windows. Here I'm seeing some pumpkins. And the good thing is those people here not only eat pumpkin fruits, but they also eat pumpkin plants. So even if this thing doesn't make it to maturity, they can still forage something. Here I saw some more noni, and I saw some passion fruit, Passiflora foetida. Not that it matters here. See those hairy looking fruits? This is actually a passion fruit. And it's not really the fruit, it's the calyx that encloses the tasty little fruit. So yes, such neglected places can really be awesome and interesting. Warning. Bucantum puasam paumu. Well, it's something like warning, do not throw trash. Well, much good did it do them. A guava tree. Let's see, does it have fruits? Cannot see fruits on it. I still don't know anything about the guava season here in the tropics. Let's see what else we find in. We could theoretically forage if we were not afraid in this used area. Well, I think this area is also the sewer of the surrounding houses, so I would probably not forage too much here. I mean, I don't blame those people. There are millions of people have moved to Borneo in a very short time, and they really need to build enough houses. Sometimes they don't care so much about tiny details like sewer. Here an avocado tree. More avocado trees. No, I'm not sure anymore if those are avocado trees. Could be also something different. And here a nice locust sitting on one of them. And I think those are either snake fruit or oil palms growing here. But some little kid who was showering just ran away. Let's not inhibit the sanitary stuff here in the area. If they are too afraid to shower because there is a crazy white man, this is not a good thing. It's actually a cool thing all those people wanted such overpriced prices, because otherwise I would probably never have found this market. This market is probably worth more than driving around for a couple hours in those farms around here. Also, don't tell me how bad I'm treating those people. 200,000 is usually what a motorbike driver gets in a good day in a big city. Getting 200,000 in the evening shortly before going home from a stupid white man. If you pay them too much, they will not even provide you a good service. They think he was so stupid to pay too much, so we can just drive him 2 or 3 kilometers and say that that was it. Sorry folks, you have to pay a proper price for everything. Not too little and not too much. If you pay too little, you exploit the people. If you pay too much, they will not respect you and provide you a bad service. It's not that I have a problem paying them, what is it, 10, no, what would 200,000 be? Yeah, something like 10, 12 euro. It's that they would totally disrespect me for being so stupid and agreeing to such a price. Tropical cherries, no, not Suriname cherries, it's Montingia calabura, that's the Latin name, but I'm not getting on this ramp. I even see a couple red ones over there, really red ones, but I'm not getting on this ramp. Here's some type of water apple, not sure which one. And here again a guava, hanging full of mostly little fruits, but they're also big ones, and they're also even some ripe ones. Even some already fallen on the ground, although I think that this fell underripe. Also here next to it we have a tropical almond or beach almond. Catapang is the local name, and the Latin name Terminalia catapa is derived from the local name. There must have been a lot of Indonesian botanists, because a lot of Latin names are actually derived from the traditional Melayu/Indonesian name. Here's some bananas. Those are some banana cultivars. Definitely look at the size of the fruits over there. Nobody seems to be harvesting them. This bunch here is too far gone. I think if I would shake them now I would find one good banana, but I would also create a big mess on the street. Not that it really matters. This could be a mango or could be an encala, and I don't know what bean is going up those guavas over there. Also, I would really like to get into this abandoned structure because there is a cherry tree behind it. Also here some pumpkin plant, but no more pumpkins. Couple pruned trees of the toxic purging nut. Somebody here really likes guava. So many guava trees along this house. Those riverside houses look really small from this side, but the river is far, far beneath us. So from the other side they have at least one more floor. I've seen extreme cases where from the riverside the houses had like 5 or 6 more floors because they were built on some bridge using basically the supporting structure of the bridge. This was in Sabah. Well, some oil palms over there. A little durian tree which doesn't look like a durian tree but is one. A couple champedak trees. And this should be some type of water apple. No, some rambutan relative. Yeah, what are all those crazy rare rambutans? This one looks a little bit smallish, but still it's nothing like the stuff I saw in the Sintang market. Where do all those things came here from the south, but from where? Not from this town, I think. Here we have, I'm not even sure. Oh yes, this is a tasty invasive from America. It's very common in West Kalimantan, but I forgot the name, and here it doesn't even have ripe fruits. Those oil palms are almost too tall to being harvested. I say almost because they have kind of managed to cut off some stuff up there. That's basically the limit of what is feasible for harvesting. The palms can grow much taller, but usually people would cut them down now and eat the heart of palm. Here is a short one, by the way, a young one. Eat the heart of palm and just plant something else here. The heart of the oil palm is supposed to be very tasty. I never ate it, but it's supposed to be one of the good palms. Here, by the way, another durian tree without a single fruit. Don't know what this plant is, but this type of leaf is called foot. Well, it's an intermediate thing between hand-shaped and foot-shaped leaves. Very peculiar shape for the leaf. So, folks, did you decide? Anybody here who insists that I be a bit less stingy with the locals and in return will finance all my travels? Write it in the comments. Then I'll tell you how to contact me to get my banking details. Doesn't look that disused. They never finished the house, but it seems that at least some guard is living here. And yeah, and the burglar alarm is already beeping. You're beeping even before I've stolen your fruits. What's this? I would say that this is a fish breeding installation, or at least a place where they keep the fish fresh. However, around here you never know. Might just as well be for turtles or crocodiles. Well, over there the water's going round and round. It's for a type of koi/goldfish, and they really like me. Nah, I guess a shadow of a human means they're gonna get fat. Well, not today, folks. An access for the river with a nice pavilion for waiting. Well, you can wait here even if you don't. Okay, I don't think that this is anymore an access to the river. I guess the lower parts of the staircase got washed away by the flood, and then people decided we are not going to repair it. We are going to use it for trash. Instead, they built another really trashy staircase down here. Oh yeah. And if you wonder where those people's sanitary needs are being met, that's the little house down there. You bathe inside, you go to the toilet inside, you brush your teeth inside. Yes, all with the same nice tasty chocolate water. Some seedling lime, and here bilimbi. Some say it's the most sour fruit in the world. There are even a couple bilimbis hanging on the stem. It's cauliflorus. And just because I'm sometimes making fun of those people doesn't mean that I don't respect them and their way of life. A lot of this trash is caused by poverty. And no, I'm not going to pay him 4 or 5 times the normal price just to relieve this poverty. Nope. I totally do respect those people, that they live and laugh with them. I'm sure that 99% of all those snowflakes who complain about my joking about those people and with those people would never, yeah buddy, shut up, you're on a leash anyways, would never dare to come here and live together with those people and experience their way of life. Young papaya plants, by the way. The wild beetle pepper, well, here it's not wild, here it's cultivated. It's a true pepper. You chew those leaves if you have some wound and put them on the wound, they stop you bleeding immediately. Very great emergency medicine for the jungle. Also here the invasive tick berry. The berries are edible, but not really worth it. Here a beautiful example that even in the poorest house you can create some beauty. Here somebody really likes their flowers and other ornamentals. And I guess this is not just a house. This is even a full-fledged little shop. And I bet if I ask them to boil me one of those coffees, they will also instantly turn into a coffee shop. Not sure if those racks were meant for some operation or were just supporting a platform for, yeah, spending your time on top of it. It's definitely too stable for just an agricultural operation. This could even be Balian, really good timber, really hard stuff. Yeah, the stuff that's growing in between, no, nothing forageable for me here right now. An ylang tree. The flowers are very important for religious and perfume purposes. And by the way, there is a very nice channel of the same name. They post a lot of things about fruits. And here a cocoa tree. But this has been pruned so much to accommodate the traffic that I guess it will hardly bear any fruits. This town looks quite poor to me, much bigger than I expected, also poorer than I expected. A little bit too much squalor, even for Kalimantan standards, but still also a lot of beauty and nicety in it. Hi boss! Kapuas River, here we should be. This is just one of the branches of the Kapuas River, and we are 600 kilometers from the estuary, and still it's so big even here. I'm surprised there is normal rambutan everywhere. Did they really choose those little jungle rambutans in order to bring them to the market? Around here, even on the market and in the shops, I saw only normal rambutan. But why did they bring so many rare little rambutans from the southern area to the city of Sintang? Okay, this bridge is regularly being used for motorbikes. This is ironwood. I should be able to trust it. Just a tiny little creek/sewer. And here you can see, if you think those supports for the house are too thin, again, this is ironwood. It will last for several lifetimes, even down there in the muck. Fortunately, they have exploited it so vigorously for many decades that they are really running out of it, or have run out of it already. I think I've run out of road. This area looks really like a fairy tale village. Well, like a fairy tale village where you have the fairy godmother from Shrek, or the nice stepmother from Snow White, but still like a fairy tale village. Over there, even a house that uses the traditional shingles, wooden shingles, and not the corrugated iron all the other houses use. Yeah, you can imagine with such good wood, shingles were a very good and sustainable method for a very long time. Fortunately, I think many areas have run out of specialists who can make those shingles. The big bridge over the Kapuas River. Actually, there is another river around here without the bridge. The two more important parts of the town are connected by this bridge, while the third part can basically only be reached by boat. Found a couple new friends who want to be on YouTube. You want to be on YouTube, guys? Okay, smile, you are on YouTube. Some huge rotten river figs. Well, no, don't focus on the rotten, focus on the huge. This is the tree. The tree is also quite huge. Wow, and there are thousands of river figs, of rotten river figs lying beneath this tree. Let's see if I can access the tree from up here through the trash piles of durian seeds. Oh, don't slip, don't slip, don't slip over this wonderful pipe. Wow. Okay, almost there. Wow. And now, what do we do now? This might be a little bit too far, even for my super long legs. But also, wow, no, it's too far. A lot of stuff around here is slippery. Well, folks, sorry, those might be the biggest river figs I've ever seen in my life, which I'm not risking in order to get them. Here, by the way, you can see male versus female papaya plants. See the male flowers on long inflorescences? Those are being actually sold on the markets. However, why is this? Are those two? Those are two plants. The bigger ones is a female. Yeah, was a little bit confused that they were like male and female branches here. I mean, they're hermaphroditic papayas, but all the stems look male or female. Just one seems female, has male and female branches, but no, it's just two different plants. This lady also has rambutan, but no, it's the normal rambutan. Where are the rare jungle rambutans? On the market in Sintang, I found 6 or 7 different types of clearly distinct jungle rambutans. Some were definitely different species, and some might have been the wild ancestors of the normal rambutan. Where are they here? They all came from the south. I really must press on and not far enough south. Also, here are some Durio Sibetinus. Around here, Durio Cuteiensis seems to be more popular than Sibetinus, but here finally some Sibetinus. This area is looking kind of nice. Yeah, why not? Let's check it out. Did I mention that they don't believe in sewers here? Neither do they believe in sinuses. This area could be really nice without the stench, okay? Now the stench is better. It seems like this was a guava plantation, but was abandoned. Still, a couple of the trees survive. Here also some small fig, which looks a lot like Ficus benjamina. Not too tasty, but edible. I guess those are sprouted breadfruit seeds. What do we have here? Looks kind of private-ish. Somebody around here really does like guavas. I mean, they are good fruits, but it's still amazing when somebody totally favors one single type of fruit. Or maybe they just like to grow in those flooded areas. Funny, guavas are also some of the most drought-resistant fruit trees. In completely dried up areas of the Canary Islands, the guavas are among the last fruit trees which survive and even produce fruits. And here they grow basically in the pond. Right now this area is more or less dried up, but the fact that there is no vegetation here shows that most of the time it's flooded. Look, on the more elevated areas there is actually vegetation. And some of the vegetation is the Chinese morning glory here, a totally edible vegetable. I just hope that they don't always harvest it from such places. Oh, coconuts. Berapa harga kelapa bapak? 10.000. Bayar di mana?
Bayar sini ni.
Okay lah. Couple new friends, and I forgot the name of my lost man. And then when I told them, this is a lost man for village people, for farmers people, for drunk people. What did they say? Nama pengirapan?
Jaya Indah.
Jaya Indah. They know exactly where I'm staying, at the last shithole of town. Okay, folks, of course I did my standard trick with opening the coconut, but those folks are trying to outdo me. This guy just climbed this shed, and if he loses his footing, well, first there is a nice 5-meter slide and then a nice 6-meter fall. Well, he just demonstrates it with the rambutan. Hati bang, okay la? Hidden in the most impossible place, at the Bayor Kembayao tree, the Borneo avocado. No, the Borneo olive, sorry, not the Borneo avocado, the Borneo olive. Well, if the trees to the left and to the right die, this one still has a chance. But I forgot the name of this Melastomateishi invasive. See those hairy berries? When they are ripe, they are blue and hairy. I wanted to say no breadfruit on the breadfruit tree, but then I spotted a couple. But also they're a little bit irregular and spiny, so they could just as well be bread nuts. Well, if they still look like this when they're more or less ripe, they are bread nuts, but they cannot find a ripe one splattered on the ground, and it's very easy to tell. I think the African Americans in Guadeloupe, they say when the male breadfruit tree drops a fruit, it's just a lot of white goo. But when the female one drops a fruit, it drops babies everywhere. Of course, they are referring to the breadfruit and the bread nut. Not entirely correct to call them male and female, but you get it. It's one of those direct ways to say something without directly insulting someone, but still be able to sound insulting. On a totally unrelated note, can somebody explain to me why all the Borneo cats have crippled tails? Maybe 5 to 10% of all the cats I see in Borneo / Kalimantan have proper tails. 90 to 95 have just a stump or something twisted and crippled. Still so surprised. Didn't even expect a town here and found the city. This is the bus station I need to get to tomorrow. Yes, and this is the spot where the bus is going in and out. Even leaving the bus station is gonna be fun. The bus is already fully loaded and just waiting for the morning and the passengers. By the way, they have a nice, big, beautiful bus station in the outskirts. They don't care. They continue using this one. Old habits die hard. A very rare thing. A Kalimantan cat with an intact tail. But it seems like it's suffering in some other ways. It's alive, it just moved. My hostel. I wonder if my luggage is still intact. Also, if you wonder what type of backpackers stop at this hostel, I don't think I'm the first white person in this town, but I might be the first one in years. And maybe there is like about 1 or 2 backpackers here a decade. I didn't know durians have bones. Well, every day we learn something new. Let's go down to the river. This is a different river, by the way. The town is at the junction of 2 major rivers. Nice ironwood planks. Well, not many more of those left in the jungle for now, folks. Also falling in here, I guess, means instant gonorrhea and cholera. And see those 2 little planks on the side? They made them because the stuff could not support the weight of a standard Indonesian. I made it across. Amazing. And I'm still alive. Well, beautiful river houses here. They meet basically most of the sanitary needs of the population. Also, I would really like to know what type of timber this is. What type of stems those are they are floating on. They sure have been in the water for quite a long time. Whole ecosystems, whole terrestrial ecosystems developing on them. There is even a coffee shop here, and even pets, and even, oh well, some women bathing. Okay, let's turn around and look the other way. I'm still not sure that this is able to support my weight. Oh, tiny little gecko. Not much to forage here, except if you want pink lawn chairs. Or a cute doggy. Well, nobody's eating dogs around here, I think. Let's see if my room has been broken into and entered already. wherever in town I mentioned where I'm staying, people were really shocked and horrified and sorry for me and worried. I personally think I look like the type of person you should be afraid of in such a place. Also, I got a horrible sunburn. Well, at least nobody is broken in by force. My backpack is still here. Also, what I don't understand, the light switch is like 2 meters above ground. A lot of the local people would not even be able to reach this. And also I forgot another important thing. Checking for bed bugs. Oh, no, it's too late. My backpack has been on the bed for 2 hours already. Nice. Beautiful mattress. Well, no visible traces of bed bugs, but I wouldn't be surprised even if I found crocodiles in here. I shouldn't be so mean. I mean, it is a cheap place and the host really unpacked new bed sheets from the plastic wrapping fresh from the shop just for me. Yeah, let's appreciate what people do for you. When people come to my house, they also ridicule me for my old and worn out furniture, so I shouldn't do that, the same thing to others. Anything I can forage from this beautiful terrace? Nope, not really. I would even think about sleeping on the terrace if it wasn't for the mosquitoes. At least my room is enclosed from all sides with quite a good high quality mosquito mesh. Why do the last 2 rooms have separate balconies? This balcony is going almost everywhere around the Losmen. Just the last 2 rooms have separate balconies. Guess what's underneath one of those? A young rambutan tree with 2 nice ripe fruits. What do they say? A stupid hunter hunts, a clever hunter waits. I think I'll just... Hi, mister. Oh no, the guy who just told me I has a car full of durian. I wanted to say I'll just sit down here on the roadside and wait for one of those motorbikes loaded with durian to come, but yep, that was my chance. This guy was so nice to me, I should have asked him about his durian. Would like to eat some durian now, but of course here in town you cannot just pick it from the trees. I haven't been to this part of town yet. If you wonder why they built such high houses here, a lot of the rooms on the top floors are for breeding swiftlets, well, for housing swiftlets, for the nests, for the edible birds' nests. Hear them? They are taking care, well, of most of the mosquitoes around here, unfortunately not of all of them. Also here is an easily accessible river pig with easily accessible fruits, which are all unripe. A little bit of lawn maintenance here. Hi boss, Apakbar. Hi. The vegetation has to be kept short, otherwise the house will not be visible soon. Here we have no winter and also no real dry season, so everything grows with maximum speed all the time. And if you don't use your parang regularly, well, you might not be able to find your house soon. Finally, an accessible river fig. And am I tall enough? Oh, here it is. Nice and big and with a huge wormhole. Of course, another one just fell off cam. It's not as spectacular as a durian or a coconut falling, but still. It's this nice one. Thick flesh. Soft, sour, and with a nice mild fruity flavor. Definitely not as good as ficus carica, but definitely good enough to be put into some curry or so after thorough washing. Okay, it looks like this place, this confluence of the two rivers, is some sort of fancy hangout, makeout spot. Beautiful. Oh, see the net in the water and the boat. Yeah, over there is the third part of the city, which is not connected. Yeah, I'm already calling it a city. It's not a town. I expected a better village, but this is really worth being called a small city. Yeah, that's the third part of the city. That's the most village-like one, the one which has no bridge, but is just connected by those little boats. Pity I don't have time to check it out. I should have gone there earlier. Look at the size of those figs. They're making them bigger and bigger around here. Beautiful. Now I'm standing right at the confluence of the Kapuas River and this other river whose name I cannot make out. This is the nameless river with the bridge. You should think a river about 100 meters wide should have an easily to find out name. This here should be the Kapuas River. Oh no, there's again a woman bathing. No. Okay. Those people are bathing in the open, and then I am the creep for posting them on YouTube. And of course, this is trash disposal and mosquito repellent in one. Oh yeah, the way it smells, it would even repel me. Ini? Bagus nyamuk?
Yeah, nyamuk.
Ah, nyamuk, yeah. It's for the mosquitoes. And it also gets rid of some of the stuff around the house. Still wondering why the city looks poorer than Sintang or Putusibo, the two other major settlements in this state, in the inland parts of this state I've been seen. I think it might be because, well, I don't think there is a lot of gold around here. So gold prospecting will play a minor role. Gold prospecting, even though it's a very unhealthy industry and business, usually brings a lot of money. Also, most of the jungle around here is completely gone, so no easy money from the nice timber. So I guess, yeah, basically they are down to normal business, basically providing money for the local farmers, and those are usually less well, you don't say well endowed, less well stocked with money than the average gold prospector or lumberjack. That could be a reason this city does not appear as rich as other bigger cities in the area. But still a beautiful place with really nice people and a really dodgy lostmen. My advice is, if you come to this town, pay 2 or 3 more euros or US dollars and find yourself something slightly less scary. Apart from that, if you want to continue receiving content from me, YouTube stopped recommending my videos for some unknown reason. So it's not enough to subscribe to my channel. I have 11,000 subscribers and 100 of them are watching my videos. That means the 11,000 people who stopped getting YouTube recommendations for my videos. If you want to continue watching my videos, you really need to press the little bell icon to receive notifications. Some folks are trading mentawak fruits. Buah musim ada? Musim, buah masak ada?
Ada. Yang masak-masak atau yang...
Ini tidak masak.
Itu...
Belum. Masak ada?
Masak ada.
Di mana? Berapa harga sebiji?
10.000 kalau yang masak.
10.000.
Ya.
Harga boleh.
Cuk, enak no?
10 ah. Rasa dulu.
Okay lah. Just get an overpriced mentawak, but okay. See, sometimes I do pay a higher price. 10 rupiah. For this you can get a dinner. And this smallish fruit are like a big durian or a giant tarap. Totally does not replace a dinner. But also being cut off with a parang, so somebody climbed one of those huge trees. And that's a bravery that needs to be rewarded. Is this official looking place full of playing children? Look at that, it's already 6 o'clock and the 5 o'clock tree. Oh God, well, this is one of my fan clubs. Oh God, they already got me 3 times this day. Look at this. The 5 o'clock tree has already folded up its leaves because it's already 6 o'clock. Let's see if we can find some fruits on the ground. Apa?
Dari mana?
Jerman.
Oh, itu makan apa tuh?
You know?
Ini makan apa?
Mentawak.
Kawak.
Buah mentawak.
Duit. Duit dari Jerman gimana? Duit.
Dari Jerman.
Yes.
Dari Jerman ke Jakarta. Dari Jakarta ke sini. No, that's what you get for being told. They brought me to the basketball court and told me to play with them. I even would do it if the ball hadn't just fallen into the sewer and being rescued just seconds later. It's alive. It's alive. It's moving. And yes, this seems to be the very fastest it can go. I wonder if I bring this back to Europe or North America to some antique shop, if I'm gonna get rich. I mean, it is antediluvial and still fully functional.